Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Please show your love the vibe, okay? Everything to know is in the description below. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule, okay? It's a good idea to have an empty cup when you really want to see what's up. Tell a family, friend, or foe that you know to come on over and subscribe so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications, okay? There's enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay. Hope you all are doing wonderful, feeling lovely, and freaking bubbly. Okay. First card we have is the Explorer of Swords Collective. So it looks like you are in the energy of doing some reflection. As you see, the sword is rested to the side, similar to the energy of the Queen of Swords here. And so you have been through something that feels like a battle to you, collective, something that feels like you thought was a never ending situation, but change is constantly happening. So now you're in reflection mode. So you could be coming out of a battle, out of maybe a relationship or a situation that really caused you stress, caused you some moments of dis-ease or just not being satisfied. And so now you're able to relax, you're able to breathe in, breathe out, relax, and rejuvenate. And you could be taking time to reflect and figure out how you want to move next. What are the next steps you're going to take in your life? You could be someone recently going through a divorce, okay? Maybe a child custody battle, okay? All right. Maybe you've been in court battling over a situation, okay? But it's finally over. And so now you feel that you can begin with the Three of Swords to heal your heart, heal all that was done to you. You can move forward, especially when it comes to your love life. Spirit is saying maybe your romantic life has been put on pause, because you felt your plate was full. Maybe the person you were dating probably felt that they were neglected or being left out. Maybe it caused lots of disagreements, I need your time, I need your attention. You're like, look, I got to handle this business over here, okay? So maybe you've been kind of isolated from your partner or maybe from the dating scene, and I see you getting back to it. You could be a lawyer, you could be a prosecutor, a prosecuting attorney. Okay, I'm picking up on someone who works for the court system here. Could be a defense attorney. Okay, maybe you just got out of a battle with a hard case. Okay, a paralegal. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Justice in the building. Justice in the building. And so the next card we have, which is beautiful for this read, confirmation again, the Six of Swords energy. Okay. You moving on to calmer waters with the swords behind you, but they're resting. They're resting just as these swords are resting. Okay. And so any stress or aggravation, that may have been caused, you have removed those daggers. You have removed those moments of being stressed and overworked and fatigued and trying to figure things out, okay? Because the battle is over and now you can restart your life, okay? You're having a reset, Spirit is saying, okay? Where you can rejuvenate and relax and begin again. The next card we have here is the Devil energy. You or someone around you could be a Capricorn or have Capricorn placement in their chart. But this Devil energy here, you see the serpent, and this is wonderful for this read because we are in the year of the snake, the year of the nine, the snake energy collective. Okay. Maybe this person whom you were in litigation with, whether it was a client, whether it was another attorney or whomever involved, you felt someone was being very sneaky. Someone was being not honest. Maybe you had to constantly defend yourself and prove that this person was not being honest, was not being authentic, in the situation. Okay, maybe you had to constantly prove that maybe your spouse was not being fair in their accusations. If you are someone who has gone through a divorce, so put this reading where it resonates. You could be an attorney, a prosecuting attorney. Okay, you could be a paralegal, someone who works for a law firm. I'm also picking up you could have recently gone through a divorce, a separation, or a battle, custody battle over children. Okay, all right, okay. And so the fight is done and it's won. Spirit is saying it's won. You are pleased with the outcome, but you are so grateful and thankful with the Ace of Wands that you can now move on and move forward with your life, with yourself, with your children. Even if you don't have children, you could be an attorney watching. You can get back to you, because as much as you work, you know, you work hard, you also deserve to play hard. Okay, just as much sweat you put in, you deserve to put some laughter and go out dancing and do some traveling and have some fun as well. And with the Six of Swords, maybe you are planning a trip. You could be someone who likes to go canoeing. You could be someone who does water sports. You could be planning a trip somewhere where there's beautiful water. The seasons are changing. I don't know what the weather is like where you are, but the seasons are changing where I am. And this is, the time of the year where people are planning lots of vacations, lots of getaways, and maybe you are planning one so that you can relax and rejuvenate. As you see with the Five of Pentacles here, this person is relaxing, okay, just chilling, looking out the window at the rain, okay, got on your comfy clothes and you're just relaxing. This Five of Pentacles here, this is energy of the past. You're not left out in the cold, but there is someone else around you who may feel left out in the cold, and that could be your partner. As I said earlier, while you were going through this court battle here, you could have had a partner, a husband, a wife, maybe someone you're dating, maybe claiming that they feel alone, they feel abandoned, and no, you were just doing your job and handling your responsibility. Okay, so that you can see yourself on the other side. Okay, and so I do see you possibly maybe getting back in touch. Letting them know it's cool. I can go out now. I can stay up late now. you know, so you could be reconnecting with this partner, with this spouse. Okay, they could be kind of standoffish at the beginning, but that will pass. This person loves you. This person is in love with you. And they're very interested in seeing where this connection goes. Okay. But Spirit is saying they're going to be kind of standoffish in the beginning. They're going to try to give you a feeling that it's over between you. It's like they want to, even though they know that you're busy and you're working, it's like they want to prove to you, they want to see you, sad, or, see you frown. But in hindsight, this person isn't going anywhere. Okay. So it may be a little stiff in the beginning, but they'll loosen up. They'll come around. Okay. The next card we have here is the Four of Pentacles. And so, as I said, you could be planning a trip. Okay, I'm picking up the energy of someone planning a trip. Okay, a getaway somewhere. Maybe you're planning this trip with your spouse, with your husband, your wife, a getaway to make up for all the lost time. But the fight is over. The battle is won. And now you have the opportunity and options, the opportunity and options to relax and rejuvenate, okay, and get back to you. The work will continue, but this case right here, or this battle, wherever you fit in the story, was very long and ongoing. You could have showed up to court repeatedly, did all you can do. You could probably, maybe the case got postponed a lot. Maybe someone didn't have the right documents. It was just one thing after another. And I'm picking up that this case could have went on for several years, okay? Even though you're probably not even in the same home with this person, but the battle, of it all, splitting up assets, the process of being divorced, then figuring out the custody part, and then along with the case being pushed back repetitiously, stretched it out, for several years, maybe 3 to 5 years, okay? And so this concludes the read, and you're getting back to you, collective. Spirit is saying the battle is won, the battle is over. You can, get back to you. Later.